Hello, welcome back to another episode of Brea Season 3, Episode 3 Review, Maya. Facing your inner demons can set you free. Gavin, Ty, Izzy, and Layla confronted their pasts in Brea Season 3, Episode 3 and either embarked on new journeys or found closure to go on. Were these voyages good, or did some of them influence history? Will we see the results of these decisions before the series concludes? Remembering his past, Gavin in 2021 had just as much difficulty believing Ty as Sam did, but the stakes were higher because they required Gavin to get information about the Air Force Base. He had no memory of the covert project on any timeline. I can't explain the gaps in your memory, and I understand how terrifying this is, but if you investigate this with us, it will be worthwhile. Your loved ones' lives are at stake. Gavin decided to leave because he was in such a dreadful situation. He couldn't handle the responsibility of assisting others when he could barely care for himself. Despite their own problems, Sam and Ty remained focused on recentering Gavin. Ty's inner demons. Ty was excellent at offering advice, but he needed help with relationships. He had always felt bad about the way he left things with his ex-wife, Sophie, who died in a drunken driving accident. Returning to 2021 enabled him to apologize to her and attempt to save her, but at what cost? How much of history would be affected because Ty sought closure? Of course, Sophie was oblivious to any of this, and she was still enraged with Ty for wanting a divorce and making her feel worthless as a wife and writer. That simply made Ty feel worse, as he only wanted to push her away due to his cancer. He did not want her to be unsure of herself or turn to booze for consolation. I liked how, when Sam and Ty discovered Gavin intoxicated at a pub, Ty used reverse psychology on him. Instead of lecturing him, Ty spoke out about his struggles and Sophie's alcoholism. Ty stated that if nothing changed, Sophie would die in a drunk driving accident that night. He thought that would motivate him to confront his concerns and make changes for the sake of his friends and family. That was a heavy load to put on Gavin, but it worked because the three men showed up at the same AA meeting that Sophie did. I suppose this happened when Gavin felt completely alone. Following his accident, his visions began, and Eve and Levy spent more time together than with him. Gavin needed some friends who believed in him. Sobering up, Brea Season 3, Episode 3. This is why Gavin's speech was so motivating. He was filled with rage and felt broken until these new friends kept looking for him and gave him a purpose. Everyone in this room needs someone who cares, since none of us can do it alone. Sophie agreed to listen to Ty because that connected with her as well. While I didn't want them to reconcile, I'm glad the two found closure because her loss hung heavily on Ty. Hopefully, he can forgive himself now. Meanwhile, in 10,000 BC, Gavin and Sam were determined to reach the Air Force Base, hoping to learn more about Maya Schmidt. They had no idea they would confront a rhino and an explosive minefield before meeting soldiers at gunpoint. Maya Schmidt. In a maneuver reminiscent of Snow from Once Upon a Time, a woman cut Gavin and Sam free from the tree they were bound to and saved them. While Sam remained suspicious, Gavin and the woman recognized one another. Maya felt terrible about it at the time, and much worse when they apprehended her and her daughter as she attempted to reveal facts about the initiative. She consented to assist him in attempting to restore his memories, but warned that the mushrooms were deadly. While under hypnosis, Gavin remembered a safe and realized that Eve's captors wanted the information in his head. What did they get themselves into? We didn't know much about Izzy's sexuality or dating life, save that she felt misunderstood, so it's easy to assume she and Layla would click quickly. They frequently believe they have something to prove, like Layla killing her firstborn. Neither of them has ever fit in well, and they believe their brother is the only person who understands them. It felt like the perfect bonding experience, working together to save Layla from the Brea tar pits and the hungry boar. I even liked Layla using Izzy's baby powder to feel feminine in the shower. She's more of a tomboy, but she was making an effort for. Ty and Sam befriended each other before befriending Gavin, who needed a support system the most. Gavin agreed to seek help and went to an AA meeting. Ty ran into his ex-wife, Sophie, made peace, and prevented her from getting into a drunk driving accident. Getting closure. While these are great improvements, they have the potential to alter history or even erase someone. On Timeless, we watched how the Time Team altered history, erasing Lucy's sister. We do not want it to happen in Brea. However, time travel carries risks, and in most sci-fi shows, an important character dies in the end. So we're still in for an emotional trip. Thank you for watching.